This video chart presentation of American Reprographics Company. It's a New York Stock Exchange listed company trading our ticker ARC. See, the stock's made a real nice move since March. Essentially doubled from top to bottom. Pulled back from those highs in a resistance point around $4.10 to hold over top this 50-day moving average and start to put together a bounce on Friday, closing up 2.7%. Not a super heavily traded stock, 262,000 shares traded. That's probably right about average for it for the last 3 months. But it was definitely a little bit of an uptick in volume over the previous days. So I want to keep an eye on this to start this week out and see if it's got a push in it to go up and challenge those old highs and potentially continue this upward trend. Now we've got a retrace in the MACD, but still holding well above zero. Last couple days, histogram bars are moving back upward, giving hints that a bullish cross could be coming again, which of course is exactly what I want to see in the MACD. Hold over top of zero, drop that bullish cross, then try and come through and make some higher highs. Similar look to the PPO. ADX has cooled off from its highs, relatively neutral at this point, but plenty of room for it to make a curl and hold in a trending pattern. Money flow index, big separation between the 7, 14, and 21. That's where I always talk about look for that 7 to start to make a sharper move back upward and fill some of that space. That, of course, is exactly what's going on. Accumulation distribution still making higher lows, and a little bit of a holding pattern, kind of channeling sideways, but does have a little bit of an upward tilt to it, showing that there's still buying pressure into the stock. Shake and money flow, basically right at that zero mark, saying that over the last 20 periods, buying and selling pressure is equalized. CCI holding above negative 100, and early on, but starting to make a rotation, same way with the full stow. Buried itself into oversold territory, turning up, showing a little bit of bullish momentum trying to build in this play. And the tricks, read it pretty similar to the MACD, looking for it to hold over top of zero, drop a bullish cross, and continue an upward trend. RSIs have also rotated with the buying pressure. The 7's moving back towards 50, 14 and 21 are still over top of that. Those are key points for me, because the RSI trending and holding the upper half of the indicator shows a lot of bullish momentum in the play. So I want to see all three of these RSIs back in that position, similar to as they did right through here, where they made the break and then held. Now, as far as support and resistance goes, the main thing I'm going to be looking for is this 50-day moving average. There's not a lot of static support there. I could say there's a little bit going back historically. From a static standpoint, the support level is much stronger, right down there around $3.30. But again, that's not the point I'm looking for. I want to see this chart hold over top of this 50-day moving average to show strength and hold this upward trend. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull that line right out of the way just to not make it too confusing. Into the resistance side of things, I see a little bit of resistance right there around $3.80. See, even going back historically, that was an area of resistance. Certainly in May, it was having a difficult time pushing through it. Finally did to go up and make those highs. It also happens to be the 10-day moving average, which stocks that are on a climb like this, I want to see them break and hold above that 10-day. So all those things combined, I'd expect $3.80 to be a little bit of a tough spot for it. But if it pushes through, I think it's got a real strong chance of coming up and challenging these old highs. I'd like to see volume try and pick back up at least a little bit, get back up near the 700,000 share mark to add strength to the momentum and trend, and try and gain some steam to blow through those highs and continue that sort of upward path of higher highs and higher lows. It's a very interesting looking chart. Golden cross of the 50 and 200-day moving average back in May. It's a strong bullish sign for a chart. A retrace that held that 50-day. Again, given the signs of this upward trend, looks like it's going to try and continue. So we'll be watching this support point this week and those resistance points, and we'll see where this goes. As always, merely my interpretation of the ARC chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.